All right, hello everyone. Impromptu, unplanned stream because I got bored. So we are going to be playing around with the Lockheed P-38 Lightning, this aircraft right here. Hi, Loveless. Welcome to the stream. So the Lockheed P-38 Lightning is a twin-engine aircraft from World War II. They put a pair of engines together onto a single-seater fighter, so it makes it pretty fast. I slept pretty well. How about you? Um, so we are going to learn this. There's a little bit more to learn with this aircraft in some ways because it's got two engines, though hopefully that won't come into play. And then we have some benefits in that all of the radiator controls in this are automated for us, and the turbocharger is also automated, so we don't have to worry about that, unlike the P-47. Thanks for coming then. So we are going to do our typical kind of thing where we pop in and we do some takeoffs and landings, and then we hop into a campaign. So let me unpause this. We'll do our pretty typical lights on. Everything should be working. Everything looks good. We'll move our surfaces and we can look back and we can move our tail and our rudder. All right. So then we're going to be making sure that we are in auto rich mode. Prop RPM to full, and then we just hit the brakes, throttle up. And then we go. And we've got a tricycle landing configuration in this aircraft, so it's pretty stable, pretty sturdy, very nice. I can't really see our speed indicator. There we go. We're at view rotate, so we'll rotate. And we're in the air, so let's get our landing gear up. Hey Mew, how are you? Today we're learning a new aircraft in IL-2 Stormovik. This should be a lot more straightforward and simpler than everything I was doing in Falcon BMS because these are propeller aircraft. All there is to know is basic operation. This is not a one-to-one flight sim, so I don't have to flip all these switches in the cockpit and whatnot. So we should be able to get right into a campaign and some dogfights today. Alright, so then what I do have to know is that I gotta get my prop RPM down to about 70% to stay in continuous mode because I've got a couple different engine modes. We have the kind of American aircraft standard of cruise mode, combat, and then war emergency power. So cruise, you drop the RPM down to 2600, which is what we're at right now. Oh, and let me actually get this disclaimer thing back up on the screen. There we go. And then, yeah, so for our continuous mode, we have 2600 RPM. Actually, do we have right and left engine? Yeah, we do, but they're overlaid on each other, so that's fine. Alright, thank you for lurking, Loveless. Alright, now let's just do a turn, or actually, let's try to do some combat maneuvers. Let's put our throttle into max combat mode, which we might not be able to actually hit at this altitude. And then we will do a hard turn and just see how this aircraft handles. This can actually turn pretty darn good for as big as it is. Now we're hitting our stall, we're getting a little bit of shake and a little bit of wind noise. We're in emergency mode, so let's turn that off. Or at least take that back a little bit. Let me check things on my end. Okay, stream, I'm getting a green light from OBS, so it should be fine, hopefully. I think I'm gonna just come back and land, and then we'll do another mission, and I'll try some stall and stall recovery in this aircraft. So let's bring our... Actually, we'll just leave our engine in... Oh no, we do have to bring it down to continuous mode, so let's bring that down to continuous mode. Let's find our airfield, there it is. Navigation in this is extremely simple. You find the thing with your eye, and then you fly to it. Alright, let's get our flaps down to the initial combat flaps position. Let's get our aircraft trimmed so it doesn't want to nosedive. Oh, my play keys don't work in the sim. Let me pause and get that music playing. Oh god, it's flashing, isn't it? Okay, there we go. And then we'll just do a typical approach. We don't have a runway to line up on, so we're just going to line up on the longest length we can. We will drop our landing gear. And we will release our flaps. Alright, flaps are down full. But this aircraft still requires, it doesn't have enough pitch to let me trim out the pitch for landing completely. I wonder what the deal is with that, because the Russian aircraft all let you do that. My day was pretty good. How about you, Mew? And we can check our landing gears down because we've got these little like mirror polished surfaces on our aircraft. So we can at least tell the front nose gears down. Oh, what's this say? Pull to turn. Wonder what that means and what that's for. We don't actually care about it, but it's interesting to learn how some of this stuff works on these aircraft. We'll just come in nice and gently. This tricycle landing gear configuration makes it quite easy to land. Alright, we'll flatten to kill our sink rate, throttle to idle. Hit a little hard there, but we landed just fine. It's just a little bit of light braking. And we're good. Alright, so I'm gonna finish out this mission. We'll pop in to a mission where we're at higher altitudes and we'll play around a bit with stall recovery, just to make sure that we know how to do it in this aircraft. So let's start up at, let's say, 6,000 meters. Start. Your day was quite acceptable. That's an odd way to phrase how your day was. Alright, here we are, up at high altitude. Let me just get my instrument lights on so I can see things. Auto levels off. Let me get the aircraft trimmed out for level flight. Alright, now let's go. Does that just like automatically stall recover? And this thing really actually doesn't want to stall out. All right, let's use some cross rudder. So I'm gonna, or cross control. So I'm gonna go rudder full right, and I'm gonna try to pull. That is almost a surefire way to get anything into a stall. Okay, so this thing really actually doesn't want to stall, which is pretty great. I mean, we're like in a bit of a spin, but we're not really like in anything dangerous, and that's only like, if I just release my controls, everything's fine. We're pulling a few too hard of G's. Yeah, so this aircraft's pretty mild. Okay, now we're actually in a spin. Oh, oh, oh. We just killed our engine with that. So we have pretty minor stall characteristics. However, apparently we can kill our engine. So I gotta unselect my engine, then hit Control F. Oh god, wrong engine. No, I want to select the second engine. Second engine, feathering on. Oh, ooh, ooh. I just proceeded to feather the wrong engine. So this is what I was saying earlier, that we got a little bit more complication with this aircraft due to it being a two-engine one. We can lose an engine and we can still fly, which is good. However, I have to manage two engines now, which in reality, most of the time they're going to be linked. Alright, where is that airfield? Let's try to come in for a landing on it. Now we're going to actually have to worry about torque effects, because the engines on the P-38, as far as I know, they turn opposite directions, which counters out the torque, whereas most like twin-engine bombers seem to spin the same direction. The advantage is, of course, that it counters out the torque of your engines. The downside is that you have to build twice as many types of engines effectively. A lot of the parts will be shared, but there are going to be some differences, and there's going to be different part numbers for the engines. And now I got to use a lot of rudder to keep the aircraft flying straight, just because we only have one engine and that's causing a torque. Let's keep an eye on our speed. We're actually going pretty slow because we do only have one engine, even though we've been at like 50% throttle so far. Let's drop our flaps. Actually, we might want to not drop our flaps until later, because I don't know how well this thing is going to perform with only one engine. And we might lose speed that we won't otherwise be able to get back. So I'm going to do a bit of a right turn just to give myself some more turning room so I can make a lazy turn to the left. Alright, let's make that left turn. We'll try to come onto the runway without losing too much speed and energy. Alright, we are pretty much Just about set on final, so let's get our flaps down. We actually do need to slow down. Let's get our gear down and our flaps down full. We'll just do our approach. We're going to have a bit of a sloppy approach here. We are coming in a bit too fast. But we've got an air brake, which we can take advantage of, so we're going to use that right now. Help us slow down a bit. We can nail it in the first try on this landing. We'll retract those now. Ooh, we bounced. And we did a good one engine out landing. Alright, so I think we know the basics of this. Let's try to throw ourselves right into a mission. We might die horribly, but that's how it always is. So I gotta fire up my campaign generator. Let me find it. Here we go. So we're gonna do a new campaign. We're gonna do as the United States Army Air Force. Name it Mika P-38. Single player, and we can complete data entry. Player is the same as always, Mika. Next step, all maps. Campaign start date, whenever. Next step, fighter. Yep. We're gonna put ourselves to max rank as always. And then we are going to take this fighter group that has P-38Js. Perfect. Next step. Oh, create campaign. Next we will go mission. We will request a mission. So we've got a patrol. Let's just start with that. Oh, let's go back, and I gotta get my mission details entered. Medium cloud cover at 17 meters, 1700 meters. Wind is from 249, and its speed is still 5 meters per second. Get that up on stream. Go to the map. And here we are patrolling. We're actually patrolling about the same route that we've been patrolling in our P-51 campaign. Except I think we were taking off from different airfield. Yeah, we were taking off from, what, Antwerpen, I think it was? Or maybe it was this one. We'll go next to the waypoints. They're having us, ooh, wow, 6,000 meters. We're up pretty high this time. Next, pilots. We're gonna be 4 pilots, perfect. And all of these are PB or P-38J, so we don't have to worry about anything with these. We'll accept the mission, and it's gonna generate us a file here. Do do do. All right. We'll hide the window. Go back into aisle 2. Go into our career missions. P38, here we go. And we will pop right in. Beautiful shot of a MiG-3 here on the loading screen. We'll check our aircraft setup. I am going to give it additional 50 cal ammo because this doesn't have any estimated speed loss, so why not? We'll hit OK. It's going to default us to 50% fuel, which I think is perfectly fine. Convergence is actually not going to matter too much on this aircraft because all the guns are in the front. We've got 4 50 cal machine guns. If you notice, they're all staggered where the barrels are. That is due to the belts have to feed, and so they stagger the guns so that the belts don't have to like run over each other. It just saves a bit of width from the setup. Then we've got a 20mm cannon in the nose. Start this right up and get going. And I can blab at you about some of the aircraft characteristics compared to what we expect to flight while we're in flight. Oh god, my nose wheel is kicking my ass right now. That or it's a crosswind. Rotate speed, so we're gonna rotate. Rotate, come on. This thing didn't want to rotate. Gear up. Engine into continuous mode. We are going to climb at 155 miles per hour. Let's get our aircraft set for that. This thing requires quite a lot of pitch trimmer just to stay up. So we've got our, we're going to have to turn around and then come back to climb. Where are our bozos? They are below us, okay. Let's give them a new formation order. So flight leader orders. Formation, I want a column. So then 6,000 meters should be about equal to 19,000 feet. No, we completely missed our point that we were supposed to be at, so let's just head straight south. Alright, so P-38 Performance, it performs actually pretty well despite being a really big and heavy looking aircraft. It has climb performance that tends to be on par or sometimes even slightly beat out the, I I'm pretty sure it was the Focke-Wulf 190s is what I was looking at. So we've got performance at least on par with most of our enemies. We also have a better turn speed at higher altitudes. This is something that comes from having a large wing area like this aircraft has, as well as having the 2 monster engines this has. And it also has that turbo supercharger, one for each engine, and I believe that is some of what's here. So I think that's supposed to be the turbine for it right here, whereas the intercoolers are back there. Alright, what is our altitude right now? We are sitting up at about 7,000 feet. It's rookie numbers, we got to get that up. I'm going to pitch up a little more, use some pitch trimmer as well, and we'll try to climb up a bit better. And look at the pretty clouds while we wait. This game really made me appreciate just how good, or playing Falcon BMS just made me appreciate how good this game is, because Falcon BMS is actually from 1998. It's a really old game, or at least the Falcon 4.0 that it's based off of is from 1998. BMS has updates that come out, and it actually updated since I had played it back in 2018. And there's supposed to be a new update coming out within a couple months. Alright, we're starting to approach this line. And we see our bozos are still below us. Alright, now we are getting close, so let's start turning to that line. Unfortunately, we don't have the option of a gyro gun sight on this aircraft, nor do we have the additional side slip indicator. I actually am getting really sick of not having that visible, and I ordered a small little monitor that I'm going to put underneath my main monitor to have some of these dials displayed. We need to be a bit higher, almost at 20,000 feet, so let's keep climbing. Just keep climbing, keep an eye out, because we are actually, we're nowhere near our AO yet. We're going to have to turn a bit to the left. Man, holy cow, do they have us flying up high. Alright, we're almost at 15,000 feet. Yeah. Oh, I keep letting the nose come down. We gotta stay at our climb. So how's everybody doing today? I know Miyu already said, but also what have you guys been up to today, if you don't mind saying? Oh, we don't have a sun shield in this gun sight either. That's a little sad. Yeah, man, I thought the P-51 was a monster, but this thing is, boy, a monster. It has so much engine power. And let's check our map again just to see where we're at. Yeah, we're starting to get pretty close to the AO. Altitude, we are right at 19,000 feet, it looks like. So let's get our aircraft trimmed for level flight. Just adjusting the pitch trim until this climb indicator here drops down. Which we are like right on the border of. And we gotta start our sweeps to watch out for enemy aircraft. Oh, wrong button, I meant to hit O. We'll come a little bit to the left so we actually come closer to our destination point. Any enemies we see are any enemies we would expect to see off of our right wing right now. I would also probably expect enemies to be found lower than us with how high up we are flying. Check our magic map again. All good. We got to pitch trim down a little bit more. So we're still climbing up. Now, the one thing I didn't think about was, where is the fuel gauge? Here it is. Okay, so it's similar to the Mustang, it looks like, where it's not going to tell us all of the fuel that we have. Unless there's a third tank I don't know about. Alright, let's start our right turn so we can get into our patrol area. And we gotta just keep our eye out for any enemy aircraft that might be around. Try to not fall asleep to the sound of these airplane engines. Oh, there are bozos. Oh, coming too far left. Let's correct that. This might be a boring first patrol, depending on... Well, I think this might be a boring first patrol, because the last time I patrolled this airspace, there was nothing. But that might just be based off of the stage I was at in the campaign. Listen to the buzzing of these engines. Oh, we missed our turn point. 195 for bearing. So let's get on to that. Nothing at all out here, looks like. We got our next patrol mark. Okay, that is 219. Let's correct to 219. Oh, we got some contacts over there. Let's go investigate. There are just a whole bunch of little black specks on my screen. I'm gonna fly in and try to identify any of them. We got a lone one off over here, it looks like. He's a lot closer, so we're gonna dive down on him and try to figure out what he is. Lost sight of him, but I found him again. Actually, I'm gonna stay high because he's forming back up into this furball. So let's try to find this high up guy. Try to see what they are. That looks like a 190. We're gonna try to form with him. Or get behind him, rather. And he's a hard to see speck. Arm my guns. Engine into combat mode. Get right on this guy. Check our tail. Looks good. Much the engine coolant temperature, but the engine should be handling all of that on its own, so we're not going to care. He's still quite a ways out, so let's get a bit closer before we start engaging him. No hits. Come on, let me hit you, bro. I know you don't like that aircraft too much, right? I pulled up too hard. I spoiled a good shot lineup. We got him. He's on fire. Perfect. Yeah, good kill. Let's give our tail a good check, and then we'll try to go on to the next aircraft. I'm just going to pick something and then engage it. So this guy. Go full throttle, check my tail, looks good. Stay on this guy. I wonder what the heck these guys were fighting, because they looked to be in a furball when we got here. Alright, we're closing on him a bit quick, so let's throttle back. Give him some machine guns. Throttling back up. Try to pull, stay with him. We got some hits, but only 50 cal hits on that. I didn't pull the trigger hard enough. And he is stalling out. Let's try to stay with him and see if he's gonna recover or not. Looks like we got a kill on that one. Alright, let's situational awareness and orient ourselves. We got a bogey behind us, so let's pull towards him. Throttle back up. Again, Lockheed makes a beautiful aircraft. Oh shit, where did that guy go? No, there's a pair of them up high. There might be two enemies, or one enemy and one friendly. Excuse me. Oh, that's a pair of P-38s. And then this is... looks like probably another Focke-Wulf. Yep. Oh, our engine's been in emergency mode, so let's pull it out of that. We're going to pull hard, do a vertical turn. We are stalling a bit, but we'll gain that energy back when we dive. We're going to pull a little harder than I want to stay with him. Start blacking out because we're pulling 4Gs. And we'll try to stick with this Focke-Wulf. It's definitely a beautiful aircraft. I did not expect it to handle anywhere near as well as it does. Alright, let's pull harder and we'll try to get lead pursuit on this guy. We missed our hit. We missed our gunshot. Let's come in for another hit. We got a couple grazing hits on him. We blew him apart there, but it was a bit of a butt-clenching moment since we were really close to him, and he was slowing down quite a lot. Alright, let's do the typical to check our tail. We've got those two high contacts, which are, one's a P-38, there's this low one. I can't tell what that is from this distance. And then there's a high one that I can't tell what it is either. For the time being, I'm going to take my engine out of combat mode so we can just rest it a little bit so that stupid timer can go down. That looks like a single engine aircraft. Hi Monty, welcome to the stream. If you have any questions, again, don't hesitate to ask. We have taken out 2 enemy aircraft so far this sortie, and I'm looking at hopefully getting a 3rd and a 4th. We're in twin engine aircraft, so I'm investigating any single engine aircraft that are out here. This is a Spitfire, so it's friendly, but his engine is dead. I don't know what he's doing up here. But I guess this answers what those what those 190s were shooting at earlier. Okay, I don't see any other enemy aircraft up here. Check our tail again. One of our bozos are forming on me. Now I gotta orient myself. Where the heck am I? What's our altitude situation? We are at about 11,000 feet. That's not too bad, but we could be higher. We're supposed to be sitting up at about 19,000 feet. And then let's make sure we are on our patrol path. We gotta swing out to the left here. I don't see anything in front of us, but we gotta keep our head on a swivel in this area. We might see something quite far out like I did for that last group. I wonder how we're doing on guns ammo. But we did take extra ammo for the 50 cal machine guns. Who the heck is Bison? Okay, so I don't see anything. We're just gonna keep climbing up. So Monty, how are you doing today? Having a good Saturday? Why is our bozo flying above us so high? Let's drop our throttle down enough that we're not trailing this black smoke. And we'll put our engine into auto lean. Actually, I wonder if in auto lean, yeah, in auto lean we're not going to be trailing black smoke. That's good. We're actually almost at the end of our patrol route here. Then we're going to turn around and come back. I saw a speck like down here, but it was actually just some dirt on my screen. And I thought I'd cleaned my screen pretty well before I did this. Oh, let's do our right turn. I don't see anybody there. Just fuel mixture, yeah, we're fine. Leave me alone, game. Oh, not idle cutoff, just auto. Squint our eyes, look around a bit. These enemies should be coming off of our left, if there are any. And we're going to turn around and it's going to switch to being off our right if there are any. Alright, let's do our turn. We're going to basically turn 180. No, let's not pull 2 Gs in this turn. Let's make it a more gradual turn. Nothing at all. Whole lot of nothing after that first group we fought. Alright, we're leveled out. Well, let's get our trim fixed out. So we're flying level now. Do anything else out there? Nothing. It's going to be a relaxing mission from here on out. I'll just say that because I'll probably jinx ourselves and we'll get some nice contacts. What does that text on the engine say? Remove for ground heat duct. Ground heat duct. So it's probably something to warm up the engine in cold weather. These aircraft are actually pretty delicate things. You can't just take off with a cold engine. You actually have to run the engine and warm it up for a bit. Although I think it was the Typhoon, one of the autobiographies from a RAF pilot. He mentioned at one point how he went to scramble his squadron with, and he was going to take the Typhoon because they had only had like one or two, but he got called into like some meeting. And it happened after the Typhoon had been started up, so the engine was going to actually overheat if they let it run too long on the ground, and he had to have his wingman take the aircraft out instead. And he was kind of bummed because he wanted to fly his like shiny new Typhoon. One of these days I'm going to have to learn to fly the Spitfire, because the Spitfire is just such an iconic aircraft. We're sitting up here at, yeah, about 18,000 feet. It's pretty nice. You know, nice weather, we're above all the turbulence. We can see the ground and some nice cloud cover. Bison 3. Who dat? Alright, then for landing, they're going to have us land this direction. Alright. And I think instead of doing this leg that they've got us, I'm gonna fly straight. That will save us a bit of time. Slight turn to get us back onto our track point. Trying to get to that point, and then we'll head straight to the landing approach. No contacts at all. Alright, so our egress point is still at 6,000 meters. I think I'm gonna ignore that, actually, because this is at 500 meters for our landing approach. So we're gonna turn towards the landing approach, I'm going to bring the power back to idle, and we're pretty much going to glide there, altitude permitting. And we'll let this bleed off some speed. Our engines aren't really providing that much thrust right now, so naturally our aircraft is going to want to nose down a bit from our last trim position, so we're going to have to trim that out to make sure it stays level and we don't enter too much of a dive. This aircraft is actually heavily limited on its dive angles. Do not exceed placard limits more than 20 miles per hour with dive recovery flaps extended. Huh. Wonder what that means. Now we are on the boring leg of our mission, so we're gonna do some time acceleration to get things through faster. And we're gonna look out of our canopy and try to, oh, I was about to say we're gonna try to find that airfield, and it's right there for us, easy to spot. So we're gonna use that as a bit of a navigation marker, because it is a nice, easily identifiable point, and it's not me having to look at squiggly rivers or anything. Our speed is between, it's at about 225 miles an hour. Fly in for this approach. Dropping speed quite a bit, so we're going to speed up now, apply some throttle. Ooh, now we're pitching up. I'm just going to hold the stick here. And we will try to get a visual on our other airfield, but I think we're going to be too far out, and it's probably obscured by these clouds. Look below at this city. Should be a French city with the map that we're on, I think. Battle of Bodenplatte, I'm not sure where that took place. I'll be excited to get my hands on Battle of Normandy if it goes on sale at some point, although I think it's still in like early release. Okay, we got a city off to our left. That's probably this one, and then the airfield should be beyond that. I can barely see it there. Come a little left to hit our approach mark. One thing I'm going to be missing in this is I don't have ILS or any of the landing indicators that the F-16 Falcon had. The beauty of modern avionics. So these things are entirely visual approaches. They're entirely visual landings, and like you just have to maintain a speed and eyeball your angle of attack and all that. Warning, turn off aileron booster valve when using hydraulic hand pump, making single engine landing. Okay. All right, let's reduce our time scale, get our sound back, turn on to our approach mark. We got our airfield. I was gonna say we've got our airfield in sight, but I actually don't see it. Should be okay, right in front of us. Oh, yep, there we are. We're pretty much lined up on the runway. So we're gonna throttle down. just our pitch trim again. We'll probably end up holding this throttle, or no, our speed's going to be dropping pretty quick, so we are going to have to throttle back up at some point. We're going to bring our mixture to auto rich, so we have the engine power if we want it, and our prop RPM up. Maybe not, so we don't want to be in combat mode this whole time. We'll drop our flaps. Landing gear is 175 miles per hour. So in a second, we're going to be able to drop that. Now we can drop our landing gear. And then rest of the flaps is after 150. We're diving, so we're getting too much speed. Hi, Grape, how are you? Today we are flying World War II aircraft. Alright, we can drop the flaps the rest of the way. We're going to apply a bit of power because we're going to start losing speed pretty quick. And our trim is not really working enough to keep our aircraft trimmed, so we're just going to have to yank on the stick the whole time. Actually, it's a yoke in this aircraft. Oh, we're still coming in a bit fast, so let's abuse our air brake and deploy it. We'll slow down a bit more. Let's retract that air brake. We're crabbing a little bit into the wind, but I can see that we're pretty much coming onto the runway anyway. Just gotta turn a bit more. We bounced, but we will work with it. There we go. Let's touch down. Let's retract our flaps. Oh, we forgot to tell our bozos that they could land. Oh well. Sucks to be them. Oh geez, I just got really dizzy for a second there. I just zoomed in and looked over here. I don't know why that was. I don't usually get any kind of motion sickness from flight sims or any games. We'll just pull off the runway. And good. We will finish our first mission. We came back with 0 holes in our aircraft. I call that a pretty good win. And we took out 3 aircraft. I am a little salty because we totally could have taken out 2 more, but there were not 2 more aircraft for us to take out. And I wanted an ace in a day sortie. Let me get us back to our window capture campaign generator. Did I eat? Yeah, I had lunch. I actually had a late lunch at about 1 p.m. and it's about 3:30 right now. Here's my campaign generator. Here it is. Actually, let me go advanced configuration. I gotta do some config changes in the campaign real quick. Number of missions credited, 5. Save AI from itself, 1. So this is just every time I do 1 mission, it'll credit me 5. This will make my pilot's record look a little bit more realistic because shooting down 3 aircraft every mission is very, very unrealistic. But we're not here to have realism. We're here to have fun. And if we have if we have like 5 patrols where we see nothing, it's going to be very boring content on stream. And I know there are people that like to play flight sims where you don't really fight things, but that is not me. All right, we're going to go to our mission, combat report. Continue with our claims. We claim 3 victories. Oh, there were some JU-88s. We're going to say they're all Focke-Wulf 190 A6s, because I don't know the specific variant of them. We'll submit our report. Start our debrief. So we see a 190 was brought down by me. Another 190 was brought down by me. A machine gun was destroyed by me. What? I didn't destroy any ground machine gun positions. And then another machine gun was destroyed by me. So it didn't let us claim. Oh no, we got. Yeah, we didn't get that third claim of a Focke-Wulf 190. That's a little sad. Debrief completed. So one of our wingmen brought down a 190. I brought down 2 aircraft. And then I don't know why it said 2 machine guns were destroyed by me, and I got a denied claim for that 190, that third one, which I'm going to be salty about now. All right, finished. We'll request another mission. Let's see if we can get a different. Recon mission is going to be nope, because there's not anything going on in that. And I don't really want to fly all by myself into enemy territory. We got a patrol. Let's actually try to get mission with roll. Let's go for a fighter. Let's see if they'll get us a. No. Well, we'll just take another patrol. See what the map is. So it is a different area this time. So it looks like our forces are trying to push, so we're going to be patrolling this. We might encounter heavy enemy resistance in this case. Let's actually go back to the briefing because I need to edit my mission details. We have heavy cloud cover. Ooh. Heavy clouds at, how high up are they? They're only at 7. Okay, so we're going to probably be forced to fly low in this unless we want to just miss everything that's flying below the clouds. The direction is 139. It is 6 meters per second, so it's pretty bad weather. Okay, map. There we go. So it's our pretty standard. We don't really have any extra climb waypoints. Next to waypoints. So yeah, oh boy, we're flying all low here. So this is going to be, we're going to be in a little bit of trouble potentially, because our aircraft performs very well compared to the enemies we'll be fighting. We perform better at high altitudes, but they perform better at low altitudes. So it's going to be a bit tougher for us to turn with them. And our climb rate is going to be about on par with them at these low altitudes. We'll take all of our pilots. All right. You'll accept the mission. It's generating, it's generating, and it's generating. Do-do-do. All right, it is done. Let's switch back over to the game. Got another mission, P-38, low altitude patrol. Here we go. All right, setup. I'm gonna do pretty much the same thing I did before. Just take the extra 50 cal ammo. We could be really obnoxious, and we could go with our bright red paint here. Ooh, I actually like this one with all the. Oh, that's lewd. Let's not do that one. We'll just go with default and accept. All right, instrument lights on.
Cleared for takeoff.
Everything set up.
Taking off. Out.
And we throttle up. Launch our speedometer. We're at our rotate speed, so we'll rotate. All right. Bring our landing gear up. Engine into regular mode. Check landing gear is up. Yes, it is. All right, we're gonna turn right soon, so I'm gonna start that turn right now. We are well above the 155 miles per hour they wanted us to climb at. So let's pitch up a bit more. Oh, let us also tell our bozos, flight leader orders, formation column. I like to put them in a column formation because there is a little bit less risk of me turning into them. And I would hate to go through a whole mission only to die because I ran into one of my allied pilots. Oh, let's get our mixture into auto lean so we're not trailing all that smoke behind us. We are almost on path. It is bearing, what, 5-4? Overshot it. Here we go. We're just about on. We'll trim our pitch up a bit more so we can climb at our intended speed. So now where this differs from the aircraft that I've been flying previously, our main focuses are literally on aviating. Whereas the F-16, our focus was on primarily system operation. This, we're just aviating. So when we're turning, we have to make sure that we're doing everything right, turning correctly, maximizing our turn performance, not stalling, all of that. We have to worry about trimming the aircraft. You know, we might have crosswinds that are affecting our aircraft attitude at any given point in time. So like right now, if I take my hands off the controls, we're pretty good because I did trim the aircraft out fairly well, but we got a little bit of a left roll. Whereas the F-16, you just don't have that because it's doing all of that in the computers. So like if I also point the aircraft up a little steeper and I let go, it's gonna want to come back down, and we got that little bit of left roll again. We don't have any roll trimmer, so I can't trim that roll out. I can just sit on my pedal though, and that's not too bad of an option. Actually, maybe we do want to be in auto rich while we're still a ways away from the front line so we can get this altitude up. Oh no, wait, we're not supposed to be climbing. That's right. We need to be at 1,400 meters, which is about 5,000 feet. We are at 8,000, so we're gonna put this back into auto lean. I'm gonna reduce power. I'm gonna dive a little bit, and I'm gonna set my pitch trimmer just to neutral. because we have to be under these clouds to actually do good patrol to cover ground troops. Since we're diving a little steep, I'm going to put my air brake down just in case, because I'd hate to damage anything on this aircraft so early in a mission. Alright, let's retract that, because we're below the clouds. So this song just reminded me, what the song that's playing right now is the opening to the anime series Magnificent Kotobuki. It is a beautiful series about girls that fly planes. It is great fun. They all fly Japanese World War II aircraft. Unfortunately, this game does not have any naval aircraft in it, but I am hopeful that one day we will get a Pacific theater with naval aircraft. Mainly because I have a deep love for aircraft with radial engines. They look very cylindrical, and instead of like a fine nose point like this has, they have a big barrel-shaped engine nacelle. And they're also typically a bit more sturdy because they're air-cooled instead of water-cooled, so you don't have as many radiators that can take a bullet, and then leaking out your radiator fluid would cause you to stop being able to fly. But I have a good love for the F6F Hellcat and the F4U Corsair. I gotta center my track IR because it wasn't letting me go down. There we go. I'm gonna need to be able to look at the gun sight eventually. Alright, so we're starting to approach the front line. We'll have to keep an eye out for enemy aircraft from here on out. Oh, we're still up a little high because we are at over 6,000 feet and we need to be less than 5,000. So let's drop down a bit more. Start scanning the horizon, looking for any sign of contact. Now this is also going to be interesting because any enemy aircraft we encounter are most likely to be at about the same altitude we're at, since this cloud cover is going to prevent really monitoring airspace above it or below it, or it's gonna prevent you from monitoring the situation on the ground if you are above the clouds. So most enemy aircraft we'll encounter will probably be at about the same altitude as we have, which will prevent us from being able to enter an engagement with an energy advantage beyond just speed. So we will have to also try to keep our speed up as we're flying around. Start taking some looks out as we are pretty close to the front line. We gotta turn. We're hearing radio messages of targets destroyed. I wonder what's getting destroyed. Come right a little bit. And we are seeing some flak bursts. I only saw them for a second though. Flak bursts means likely aircraft of some sort. What is this aircraft? My gut says it is a P-47, but we're going to go investigate. It's the first exciting thing we've seen this whole sortie. Yeah, I'm like 99% sure that's a P-47. Oh no, those are Typhoons. Well, Typhoons or Tempests. I can just tell by that air scoop which both of those have. Let's put our engine back into continuous mode and we'll get back onto our patrol route. No problem. Thanks for just being around. We've got one dot out there. He's quite a ways off, so I'm not going to worry about him too much. We are on another patrol mission. We just encountered a group of Royal Air Force Tempests, which are on our side. But we just chased them down to see what the heck they were, and they look fine. But we've got a pair of contacts over there. Let's turn and come towards them. Close enough to our patrol route that it shouldn't matter. We are looking for more contacts to fight. We're not fighting yet. There is just like a couple dots. You probably can't see them on stream because that is how it go. Yeah, that's part of the appeal of this, although it is a little less realistic than that last game I was playing because I don't have to hit the switches in the cockpit, and I don't have to manage like everything. If I want to start the engine, for example, in this I just hit the E button and the engine starts, which is very nice. But in that other game, if I wanted to start the aircraft, I had to go through a whole checklist of things, and I'd had to do everything that you would have to do to start the engine. So we got a group of 4 aircraft. They're just still dots. Can't really see much more about them. And oh, there is another pair of aircraft joining them from the right. And there is another aircraft blown. Another pair of aircraft out here. This is going to be confusing for Erball. Let's go to combat mode. We're going to try to gain some altitude. Auto rich for fixture control. This thing's coming right at us, so let's move to engage him, or at least identify him. That looks like a Spitfire. This is a right furball we got here. That is a lot of aircraft. Let's hit left control R. It's going to record us a TAC view file so we can see where everything moved, and this will be a cool one to look at. Hopefully we'll get through this dogfight before that file hits its max size, because it can only record so much at once. We got a P-38 down there. We got 2 contacts up here. This looks like an enemy. I believe it is a 190. Or maybe a 109, but let's He's putting us right on his tail, so we're gonna oblige and we'll give him some lead for his trouble. He's lining up on our allied aircraft. So we're gonna shoot a little early, see if we can't get his attention. We got the sun in our eyes. It's always the worst. Spray some machine gun fire at him at this distance. We might be actually close enough to start getting good deflection shots on him. So let's give that a shot. Pun intended. Not enough lead. Let's get our maneuvering flaps deployed. We're starting to shake a bit. Track those flaps. Well, we got a 190 right in front of us. We'll take a pot shot at him. I think I'm gonna switch to maybe him. This thing definitely does not perform particularly great at these lower altitudes. Very thick atmosphere. Let's check our tail real quick. See somebody going down on a fireball there. Alright, we're going to try to turn with this guy. It looks like he is a 109. Lead pursuit, try to lead the target, We got a good hit on him. But we are not keeping with him. He is slowing down way too much. Try to stay with him. Track that air brake. We are so sluggish to roll at these altitudes. That's comes with the territory of being a twin-engine fighter. Oh, our flaps are still down. That's part of why we're so slow. Check our tail and our mirror. Try to keep up with this 109. Give a better sweep of my tail. Looks good. Oh, thanks, Grape, for lurking. And why is that 109 beating us out in the speed? Looks like we got P-51 here, trying to join in on this kill. Check our tail again. What is that? Let's ignore it for now because we're so close to this guy. God, these guys are always juking like this and going really slow right when you get up to them. I wish they'd pull something fancier than just slow down. I got somebody shooting over my shoulder. Come on, come on. Try to get onto him. Got a couple more hits on him. Check my tail. I don't see anybody back there. So we're gonna just continue chasing this guy down, giving him a bad day. Hey, Phantom Zero, how are you? We are flying the P-38J today. We've got this stubborn 109 that doesn't want to go down. Took some more parts off of him. He keeps going full throttle, then like no throttle. And it's a real pain in the ass to stick with him when he's doing that. There we go, he's on fire. Let's turn around, head straight back west. Rest by engine while we have an opportunity. Check my tail again. We look clear. I am disoriented. What in the hell is my orientation? Let's try to level out. Let's actually go into a bit of a dive, try to get through these clouds. Okay, now we know what orientation I'm in. We are still doing missions. And we got a contact over here, multiple actually, so let's go investigate them and see what they are. I think that is a 190. We're going to chase him down. Engine back into combat mode. Oh, we missed our chance to start turning with this guy. Try to stay with this guy, though I think he's going to be winning this turn fight. We're pretty much at the limit of what we can pull right now. Alright, then he straightened out. Let's check our tail. Oh, what's that on our tail? We're going to dive down back below the clouds. Try to get away from whatever this is that's on our tail. Yeah, we got dragged above the clouds. We're only supposed to be at about 5,000-ish feet. Alright, that guy doesn't look friendly. Nor does he look happy to meet us. Yeah, he's shooting at us. That's a little rude, mister. Let's unload, try to do a reversal. We got another guy coming after us, it looks like. Let's Let's go after this higher guy. Actually, let's try to disengage, because we're in a losing fight if there's two enemies trying to come after us. And I think we just had a good opportunity to disengage when he passed us. If we push our engine to the limit, we might be able to get back, or get enough separation to get away from him. Push the nose down a bit. See that he's still out there. He's still coming after us. We actually want to turn to the east a little bit more, or west a bit more. Hi, IC3QI iSequel. Welcome to the stream. We are just playing single player Pat Wilson's campaign generator at the moment. There's nobody behind us. No. Oh, we still got that guy a ways out. We might be dragging. But we will put our engine into continuous mode and try to save that. Check our mirror again. We still got that bogey. Looks like we actually got two of them. They're quite a ways off. Alright, let's issue some orders to our wingmen. Orders, return to base. We'll see if any of them are actually still left. Oh, that is wrong switch. I meant to switch us to auto lean, not drop my prop RPM. You know, normally the mirrors in aircraft aren't particularly useful, but this one it seems like it actually is very well placed. Oh, what's that behind me? No clue, but we're gonna let them have their fun. What? Yeah, we have pretty much broken clear of everything. There's maybe one guy we're still dragging based off that flak fire. But we're gonna wrap up our patrol. since I don't know where any of my wingmen are at this point. And the prospect of going 1-on-3 is beyond my capabilities. Still those two contacts quite a ways out behind me. I wonder if we are still dragging them back with us. But if we have to fight them, hopefully we can fight them over our airfield with some nice flak cover. Keep an eye out for everything. Share speed, looks good. Well, he is persistent. I'll give him that. So we're gonna go back up to combat speed. Check our map. They're coming in pretty quick. These hyper target fixated AI suck sometimes. If it's just one guy that we've pulled, we can probably turn back around. Oh, we're in emergency mode, so let's get out of that. We can probably turn back around once we're over our airfield, because there should be plenty of flak fire around here. And we'll give him a taste of our vengeance. Now, the best variants of the 109 and the 190 that we can encounter are going to beat us on the deck in terms of speed. So I think it's probably only our initial energy that has gotten us this far away from him. Honestly, we probably should have taken that opportunity to climb up where we might be a little faster. But I don't really know what altitude that would have to be. We're gonna start that climb now, because I think we are gonna fight this guy off. We're in friendly territory. We have the terrain advantage. We have the anti-aircraft advantage. Also, eventually, if we get high enough, we'll have the climb speed advantage over this guy. Drag him up through the clouds even. Because we need to be higher to turn better. Yeah, he's still there on us. All right, let's turn to meet him. Ah, of fucking course. AI are fucking way too deadly. We're just gonna bail out of this and call it a day. Because that is complete bullshit that they're gonna even follow us hundreds of kilometers beyond the front lines. Yep, attack view file ran out. We'll go back to our campaign generator. Combat report. Continue with claims. We'll see probably that all of our allies were dumb and died. Which is entirely what I expect. We claim one thing, submit our report, start debrief. Yeah, so we shot down one BF-109, and then that Bracken 190 just followed us back way too far. Let's see, that's a 109 G6. So on the deck, it's 594 kilometers per hour. We're 582, so it is a little bit faster than us, as I had suspected. But it only has that for 10 minutes, and we get 15 minutes of boost. So in a long time drag, we are going to win. And I'm going to check how the servers are today. Maybe we will try to die horribly and finish pilots up. Finish is completely full. And we don't have any of the coconut or easier version of finish up. So we're gonna just generate another mission and keep going with this campaign. I think this will probably be our last mission for today. Oh wait. So we lost all of our aircraft because all of our fucking pilots are completely dumb. Entirely brain dead. Plane lost. Yep. Finished. Quest another mission. Other mission. Patrol airspace. All right. Well, let's go back and edit our weather report. So the cloud layer is at 2,600 meters. It is from 365, 356, and it's 5 meters per second. Yep, similar patrol to before. Let's check our waypoints. It's going to have us fly low. So we're going to scrub this mission because fuck that. Another mission. We've got an intercept mission, so let's go back. We'll edit our mission details again. Cloud layer is at 4,300 and is from 187, and speed is 3 meters per second. Clear. Map. Let's see. Good. Waypoints. 4,000 meters up. All right. Next pilots. We're going to just bring an extra 2 pilots because they didn't tell us what we're intercepting. We'll accept this mission. Hi, Loveless. Welcome back. We are about to start up our probably last mission for today. Transition back to the game, and then missions. Here we go, an interception mission. And standard setup, additional ammo. We will fly.
Cleared for takeoff.
Reset my head tracking. All right, and check the engine settings. Throttle up. A little too much rudder there. We're at our rotate speed, so we'll rotate. Landing gear up. Engine into regular mode. Check our map. Alright, so we're going to go straight for a bit. Oh, we're rolling to the left. Let's get our pitch trimmer set. See our bozos there behind us. Come right a bit to stay on track. this map zoomed in a bit. And we'll turn to the left. Now we're supposed to be up at, what, 4,000 meters, which is 13,000 feet. So let's try to get our climb going. I wonder what we are supposed to be intercepting here. Let's trim our aircraft out. We're at about 100 or 155 miles per hour. We're gonna make a right turn. Oh man, I'm already tired. It's only like 4:30. All right, resume our climb. We had a nice clear day. We're starting to get to the AO. Are we at our altitude yet, though? We need to be at 13,000 feet. We are at almost 11,000. A little bit more pitch trim to get our climb up a bit more. Oh, and this mission, we've got contact markers. I'm going to have to message the guy who made this campaign utility and ask him about what the deal is with this. Because it would be nice to have it consistent one way or the other. Alright, we need to turn to the left to hit our next intercept point. Sitting here at about right at our target altitude, 13,000 feet. Start scanning around for what those contacts are we need to find. We got to turn right for our next point. Turn 180 basically. Oh, we're seeing a mess of aircraft behind us, but we're going to go through our patrol route a little bit more before we bother engaging them. We'll see if we can actually pick them up visually. They would be pretty much at our rear. Alright, let's turn around. Check that we're still at our right altitude. We dropped a little bit. Oh no, wait, we climbed a little bit. We climbed an extra 1,000 feet. I wonder if those are bombers we're seeing on the map. Oh, we're starting to see even more aircraft. Alright, we visually acquired them. Let's go on an intercept route. There are just a couple specks that you guys probably can't see, but that's how it goes. We will figure out what the heck they are. There's a whole bunch of aircraft out there, actually. Do you have any other allied aircraft around? Nope, of course not. Okay, they are running away. There are guys off to our left. That I can't see. It's like what? 4, 5, 6 aircraft? It's a fucking course that we're always outnumbered. Which is the dumbest shit ever. So let's try to go after this other group. Because they're a bit farther from the front lines. We have a higher chance of probably being able to take them out. Try to visually acquire them. They're not high. They're not low. I don't see them. But we are running them down pretty quick, it seems. Oh, I saw a flak burst down there. Yeah, there's a flak burst. So there might be enemy aircraft in the vicinity of that. Search very carefully for these guys. I'm gonna switch my engines into auto rich for fuel mixture. Where the heck are these aircraft that these guys are shooting at? We passed right by them. Oh, they're below us. Here we go. Let's go for it. Oh shit, we are coming in too fast. That almost ended very, very poorly. What is this aircraft we are now on the tail of? Looks like a 190. Guns are armed. We're on the deck in a fight again, which is gonna suck so bad. Oh god, stop slowing down, you bastard. Am I supposed to use the air brakes in dogfights? Probably not. Am I going to? Hell yes. Any little advantage I can get. A little bit of stutter there. Come on, catch on fire. How are you still flying, sir? Now you're on fire. Get fucked. Where's that next target? Another single engine aircraft off to our back right. Let's try to get on position on him. Check our tail. Always checking our tail. We're gonna try to go after this lower guy. Oh, who the heck just dropped in front of me? Today is not your lucky day, sir. Though he might just be going way too fast for us to catch. Second he starts pulling too hard, it looks like a 109. Second he starts pulling hard, he's going to lose that speed though. Just like that. We can try to stay with him. And we'll drop our maneuvering flaps, check our tail. Starting to roll too much, try to watch out. Not enough lead, he's going a bit too fast. He's just gonna sit in a dumb turd fight with us, isn't he? Well, is he actually going vertical? This is the worst.
Ripper 3, engaging fighter. Is close. Out. This is Ripper 3, requesting landing approach. Over. Ripper, proceed.
Shit, where did that guy go? I hate how trying to give orders to your
For enemy aircraft.
allies causes your entire freaking thing,
3, unloaded.
your entire view to freeze, because you just lose tally on whatever you're trying to fight with when that happens. And now I've got a guy on my tail. And of course he can just nail me perfectly with every shot. Fucking A. This is getting to be infuriating. Alright, let's try to freaking bug out then. We just lost an engine, didn't we? This feels like what, the freaking Western Front, where the enemy was all, the Soviets were always flying really low to prevent German aircraft from having the advantage over them, and now they're flying really low to prevent me from having an advantage over them.
Ripper 4, unloaded.
Yeah, and of course they're still gonna shoot at me because they can't tell when to give up.
This is Ripper 2, proceeding to base. Over. Ripper, copy.
AI settings are clearly fucked on this.
This is Ripper 4, proceeding to base. Over. Ripper, copy.
Alright, let's just ditch our aircraft. We'll call it a mission and a stream.
4, requesting landing approach. Over. Ripper, proceed. Ripper 4, roger.
Normally you wouldn't put landing gear down for an emergency landing like this. But we are, because this game has been really dumb with its it's been really dumb with assigning injury to pilots
Ripper 4,
recently,
landing approach. Over.
and it doesn't have surface hardness
4,
as a
roger.
thing. And then we're probably just gonna die. Started out pretty well, but then not very good at all. This does make me want to consider playing more multiplayer, because multiplayer pilots are less likely to be completely dumb and brainless. Alright, so I'm gonna exit here. I'm gonna end stream here. Let me see if there's anybody worth raiding right now, or anybody I can raid right now. Um, no, I don't. Nobody I really know is on, so I'm just not gonna raid. Hey, Yuffie, thanks for lurking. This was not the best set of sorties today. As we just kept getting destroyed, even in really impossible shots by enemy pilots. So I don't know what's up with that. I think there's just a mess with the AI settings right now. So I'll look into that before next stream. But thanks everybody for watching, and I will probably see you tomorrow for more Flight Sim. Thanks for watching.